Hi, everybody. Good afternoon to you all. I think it's the first time I will make a lightning talk, and by coincidence, it's my first English lightning talk too. I will try to speak slowly so everyone may understand at least a little bit of what I'm talking. So I'm going to talk to you here today about Management 3.0, or also Management 3.0, okay? Before I start, I would like to know which one of you know anything about Management 3.0. Raise the hand. Just a few people, and that's what is nice, because the future of our company relies on a little bit of what is Management 3.0. We want to reach there. We want to go there. So what is Management 3.0? It's an answer. It's a concept that is an answer for scaling complex organizations. Scaling complex organizations, okay? It's a philosophy of how to manage complex organizations. It's an evolution from the models 1.0 and 2.0, okay? But why does it have its name? Management 3.0. What's a Management 1.0? What's a Management 2.0? I will try to explain a little bit of it and talk about the 6 pillars of the Management 3.0, okay? Okay, for many organizations, a common practice is that they are managed like machines. We call this Management 1.0. In this style of management, leaders assume that improvement of the whole requires monitoring, repairing, and replacing the parts. People are treated like machines. People are just arms, okay? We have a system where everyone has just one single function, and they almost don't use their brains. They use just their arms, okay? That's Management 1.0. In a need of scaling the ability and the capability of the people, it has surged the Management 2.0. A little bit too much? Okay. An organization applying Management 2.0, everyone recognizes that people are the most valuable asset in the company and believe that the managers should become servant leaders. But meanwhile, managers prefer keeping the hierarchy. What does it mean? All the companies start to invest a little bit more in process, total quality management, Six Sigma, and improve the abilities of their workers. So they may think more, they may help a lot in the management of the company, but it's still a hierarchy top-down. One leader, a lot of servants, okay? The managers, the middle managers, they kept the power on their hands, okay? Is that clear? So that's why it has surged the Management 3.0. It's a concept created by a guy named Jürgen Appelo. That's his name, I think. And it says that the management, it's so important that it couldn't be only in the hands of the managers. All people in a company, they should have some kind of power to manage a little bit of their work. So all the managers in a company, they delegate a lot of responsibilities over the team, based on that 6 pillars I will talk about later, okay? So some people think an organization as a community or a city. You may do whatever you want as long as you allow the whole community benefits from your work. We call it Management 3.0. Management 3.0 is not yet another framework. It's not like Scrum, that you have a lot of ceremonies and a lot of methodology. Management 3.0, it's like a philosophy, it's a mindset. It's a way of thinking the management. It's a mindset combined with ever-changing collection of games, tools, practice to help any worker to manage the organization. It is a way of looking at work systems. It has principles. You don't have to use a specific tool to apply the Management 3.0 in the organization. You have to turn the mindset of everyone, turn the culture of everyone into Management 3.0. That's why it's so hard to put it in practice. It's a philosophy of work. Okay? I'll talk about now the 6 pillars of Management 3.0. What in base the meaning of the concept of Management 3.0. The first one is to energize people. People are the most important parts of an organization, and managers must do all they can to keep people active, creative, and motivated. The first pillar is all about the people. How to engage everyone, how to keep everyone motivated. What any one of you and each one of you has as a motivator. What motivates you? People are so different from one from another, right? They have different cultures, they have different values. So if I need to energize people, I need to know every one of you. I need to know each one of you. So some tools that help knowing the personal motivators of each one of you. I brought here 3 tools that can be used in this first pillar. The first one is a mind map. I think everyone ever heard about mind maps, right? A personal mind map is a nice practice to do with all your team. Every single one of them in the room, do a mind map explaining what are their goals, who are their family, where are they from. You may know where and what and why everyone is motivated for. Okay? The second one, it's called Champ Frogs. The Champ Frogs is a methodology where you need to prioritize what's more important for you. Every single one of us here has a different priority in between curiosity, honor, acceptance, mastery, power, freedom, relatedness, order, goal, or status. Okay? Some of you may prefer status, some of you may prefer mastery, some of you may prefer power. So, as a leader, you need to know what your team prefers. Why? That's where you act in order to motivate them, in order to engage them. Every single one of them, okay? And the third one is the kudo cards. It's a way of recognizing a well-done job or a help that you gave to your colleague, okay? Any doubts? The second pillar of Management 3.0 is to empower teams. It talks about delegation and trust and self-organization. And this requires empowerment, authorization, and trust from management. And this specific pillar of the Management 3.0 is one of the most important. Why? That's where you may create the trust relationship between the leader and between the employees in the company. The leader, working together with the team, they use a tool called Delegation Poker and a tool called Delegation Board, where they together get an agreement on in which task they have which kind of power, of authorization, of delegation, since just the manager tells what to do, the first one, until it's 100% delegated to the team. It's an agreement between the team and the manager, okay? It doesn't mean all the team will have all the responsibilities, okay? And that's one of the most important and I think the biggest myth of Management 3.0. When someone talks about Management 3.0, the first thing that comes into mind is the team will do everything. It's not like this. The manager needs to agree with the team what he will do and what the team will do. And which kind of power, tell, sell, consult, agree, delegate, whatever, they have in each occasion. okay? And it's open for everyone to see, okay? What's the delegation level of that team? How mature that team are, okay? The more delegation, the more power the team has, and the more mature it is, okay? Align constraints. If you have an engaged team and you have, they know what they can do and what they cannot do, you need to align constraints. You need to put a purpose. You need to put a goal, okay? So self-organization can lead to anything, and it's therefore necessary to protect people and share the research and give people a clear purpose and defined goals, okay? Some tools that are used for align constraints: make everyone go to the same point, to the same objective. OKR, okay, we already use it at the whole DB1. And mission, values, and vision are two kinds of tools that can be used in order to align constraints, okay? Where do we need to reach? Where do we want to go? So now you know where do you want to go. The people are focused, the people are engaged, and the people are focused and engaged. And now we need to develop competence, okay? Teams cannot achieve their goals if team members aren't capable enough. And managers must therefore contribute to the development of the competence. What does it mean? Everyone needs to be able, to be capable to reach the goals. How do we do that as managers? Leading by example, encouraging and enabling self-study, training and certification, coaching, and learning from failure. I will talk a little bit more about the last one in the 6th pillar, okay? And here at DB1, we have a really powerful tool to make people develop competence. That's the Individual Development Plan, or PDI, right? And it's a really powerful tool in order to improve the competence of the team, okay? As managers and as an employee, you really should put a lot of effort in your individual development plan, okay? Pillar number 5, growth structure. Many teams operate within the context of a complex organization, and thus it is important to consider structures that enhance communication. What does it mean? What we cannot forget about growing structure. Usually we have in organizations a hierarchy, a top-down specification with a director and a manager and the employees. And I think every one of you here has heard about Spotify culture of squads and of a lot of distributed teams and decentralized power. Okay, the secret here is to get in a balance that we call ambidextrity. You can reach whenever you want networks and whenever you want hierarchies. Okay. You can do both, right? And it can enhance the communication between all the teams and decentralize the decisions. The decisions becomes faster than before, okay? You need to hire better people. You need to hire what we call at Management 3.0, T, skilled people. T, the letter T. Okay, what does it mean? It have everyone that you hire have enough competence to be a specialist in what they do, and enough competence in soft skills that he can talk to every other part of your value chamber, okay? And committees. Committees are too a way of decentralizing the power and make all of the areas of the company grow together, okay? Pillar number 6, improve everything, people, teams, and organizations need to improve continuously to defer failure for as long as possible. What does it mean? It means that you need to improve everything. You need to get everything better. How do you do that? That's a strong tool too that talks about the behavior and the outcome of what behavior are you having now. You have your mistakes in the left side, the experiments in the middle, and the practice in the right side. How do we read this graph? You need to be tolerant to failures when you are experimenting. Okay? When you are in the middle column, you need to tolerate the failures because you are learning. When you are making the same mistakes, you are not learning. And when you are making the same things you do every day, you are not learning too. Okay? So you need to focus on doing the good practice on what you know that can get the job done. And you need to tolerate the mistakes when you are experimenting. So it doesn't mean we need to celebrate all of our failures. We need to celebrate our failures whenever we are experimenting. If you are failing doing the same things, there's something wrong. Okay? That's the red part of the graphic. Okay? What the fuck, dude? The fuck, dude? You screwed up. Where's your brain? Sometimes when you make mistakes, you reach success, but it's not usual. So it's just luck. Okay? But when you are experimenting, you may have success and you may not. So you need to celebrate because you learn from both. The experiments you have success, they become practices. The experiments you don't have success, you failure, they become mistakes. So you don't do it again. Okay? So talking about the network and the hierarchy. Usually in hierarchy, you do the same practices and you do the same mistakes because you are doing the same. But in networks, you are experimenting. So when you talk about previsibility and efficiencies and repetitivity, you are talking about hierarchy. When you're talking about activity, innovation, exploration, you're talking about network and experiments. Okay? Those were the 6 pillars of Management 3.0. And I think that's it. Thank you all. And up you have, you may contact me. No doubts.
You, as a manager, what's the hardest part to pass this engagement to your collaborators? What makes it too difficult?
I think as a manager that we don't use to make the first part of energizing people, that's knowing every one of the collaborators. To know the mind maps of each one of them. I think we're not usual, it's not usual for us to make this first step. To get everyone in a room,